Hello, 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 hello. Linda, Anne, Nicola. Um, Comments going so fast. Hi, Kelly, Angela, Bronnie, good evening. Hi, Hannah, Shelley, Laura, Leanne, Beverly. Hi, Lisa and Anne. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all? Are you okay? Okay, I think. So sorry. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sandy and Yvonne. Hi, Rachel. Hello. How is everybody? Are we okay? It is a cold night. Oh, that reminds me. Let me just do my heating. Sorry, my heating, I just realised, went off at 7 o'clock. I'm just going to turn it on for an extra hour because it gets absolutely freezing in here to the point where I won't be able to feel my hands. Yeah, it's already 17 degrees in here, so it'll drop quite fast after that. So I've just turned it on for an hour because it should give it a nice boost. Claire, I replied to all emails today, my lovely. I replied to all emails today, Claire. I've just logged on. Apart from 3 emails, which are order change emails, I've just had a look, and there's nothing from prior to that, my lovely. But I obviously started emails yesterday and I finished them today. So yeah, I'm confused why you wouldn't have, because so if you haven't, please email again and then I'll get back to you. But just double check all spam folders, junk folders, anything like that, just in case it's gone in there. Because yeah, like I say, I've done all emails. Hello, Sophie. Jutta, good evening. Hello, Carol. Hello. Right, a couple of updates. I've had half an oyster delivery, so we've got mystery oysters available today. The other oyster box, apparently it was sent in two boxes, which I didn't realise until today when I opened it and was like, where's my oysters? The other one should be coming in the next couple of days, which includes the Expand the Rainbow, New Rainbow, Normal and 25 pearl oysters. So we've got mystery oysters tonight, and then as soon as the next oyster delivery comes, we'll have all the bags back and available. So I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that might be for Friday. I just need the shipping to update to find the actual day that it's going to be delivered. Do you know when they've got it, but they need to update it? So yeah, I'm waiting on that, but I'm hoping it'll be pretty soon after this one because they were sent at the same time. So yeah, mystery oysters for today. Hopefully that will change soon. You've not had a reply either. Taylor, are you one of the ones? I think you're one. Yeah, no, Taylor, I've got your one here, my lovely. So that's just because it's an order change. I've done the change, but I haven't emailed you back yet, just until I can confirm everything, if that makes sense. So yeah, I actually see your email here. It's flagged as something that's left open. So yeah, don't worry about that. It's just because it was changing the item, weren't we? So that's the only reason. Oh gosh, Anne. Well, I'm glad you've got it, but that is frustrating. Bless you. Sorry, Talia. It's just with some emails, it's if I'm changing. Let me just quickly explain. With an email, say if you're emailing me the color of the pearl on the jewelry, or color swaps, or item changes, or anything which is physically changing an order, which I have. I obviously get the email. I run it through, make sure I can complete it, make sure the jewelry hasn't been made, make sure that they've got the colours in stock, make sure I've got the jewellery in stock, make sure that everything is okay, and then once I've actioned it, I can then email you back to let you know, yep, that's all okay. So in your case, I can confirm I do have that pendant in and it's absolutely fine. It's just I haven't then had a chance to email you back. But it's, do you know what I mean? It's one of those, so I have actioned it. It's just I may not have been able to reply back to you straight away because I had to go off and double check, if that makes sense. Oh, other than that, I think that the other updates have now gone. They'll come to me as we go. Oh, my printer is out of ink because it's, why not add that to my month that I'm having in January. So 2023 started off great with technical issues, isn't it? So my printers ran out of ink and I didn't realise until now when it wouldn't print. So I'm going to be writing, if anyone would like to order, you can do so. I'm just going to have to write your name and order number down on the piece of paper for your pals, and then the ink is arriving tomorrow, so I'll print out the order sheets then. So there is still space available for today. Just if you would like to order, bear with me while I just jot that information down. Okay, Sue, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Oh, excuse me. Other than that, orders can take up to 14 working days, Leslie. So 1st of January, I can't even remember when the bank holidays were now. 1st of January, I imagine it will get shipped for quite soon. Nine, 10, 11. So the way I can't see it, it's 11 today, working days. But yeah, it will get, as soon as it gets dispatched, you'll get a dispatched email with your tracking details in there. Christmas, yeah, with Christmas and New Year, everything sort of not slows down, but everything with all the bank holidays everywhere, it just sort of gets bitty, if that makes sense. Right, shall we get started for today? I have posted the order list on the page, so if you have ordered, hopefully you've found that order list. Just double checking that did get posted. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I've had a nightmare with with Facebook posts as well. Honestly, technical has been crazy, and postal strikes were crazy in December, weren't they? It's been a right 2023 with hopefully starting with a new slate. Touch wood. Oh, bless you, Sarah. Right, so up first today is Molly Elms. Molly Elms, are you here? Molly, hello. Right, Molly, my lovely, you have got 2 oyster openings altogether, so I hope mystery oysters are okay. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, Molly? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Marie and Eden, hello, I hope you're well. Claire, yep, I've got that here. Yeah, I've just read it, but no, I've got it here, my lovely. So I've definitely got that in my inbox now. Okay. So Molly, let's straighten up the oyster bag so it doesn't fall over when I dive in. And 1 and 2 oysters here. Keep the shells. And hoping for bright red pearls. Okie dokie, let's go down. I'm just going to readjust that slightly. There we go. So oyster number 1, Molly. Quite a nice sharp pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And in here, your first oyster. No way, you have got a red pearl. There's no more in that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean your shells up for you, and then I'll dry up the pearl so you can see. So that's a beautiful bright red to start with. Let me dry him up for you. Okay. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Tougher oysters today. Okay, so again, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see there's no pearls there. And I can see at the bottom there that we have got a lighter coral pearl. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so again, I'm just cleaning up the shells for you. Molly, my lovely, what do you think to these? You've got a brighter red and a coral. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Now, I won't have a bright red to match this kind of shade, but I would have darker burgundy reds if you wanted to swap in a different red. Or, of course, if you prefer a different colour, that's absolutely fine as well. If I run these through the board for you, the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And your red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. Of course you can. What I'll do is I'll show you the closest I've got, and then you can have a look. Now, you don't mind if it's slightly darker. I'm going to try and look for the brightest. Oh, so that one's quite nice. Just going to have a quick look just to see in case there's any others. No, that's darker. Let me show you those two, because there's a brighter one which is slightly smaller, and then a darker one which is roughly the same size. Your one's in the middle. Okay, so would you like, this is your one. Would you like number 1, which is the slightly lighter of the two, or number 2, which is the slightly darker of the two? So this one is slightly smaller than your one, and this one is the same sort of size. So if I cover them up, would you like those two together? Or, oh, it shades it, let me take it away. Would you like those two together? So those two or those two? Number 1. So you're happy with those two together there. Perfect. And I'm just going to take the coral away as well. And if I bring you back up here. I'm just wrapping up your shells for you, Molly, as well. There we go. That wasn't stapling then. Okay, so Molly, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. I'm popping them safely in here and I'll get those set onto your jewellery for you. I've wrapped up your shells so they're nice and safe as well, my lovely. And I hope you're happy with that and we'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect. Your hubby calls me the staple lady. I do use my stapler a lot. I do. I do love my stapler. Julie, hello, hello, hello. Right, up next then today is Laura Durbin. Laura, are you here? And I've just seen Laura's sent an email through this evening. So I'm just going to grab the colour that she has chosen. And then she's chosen not to have the oyster opening. I do apologise, I didn't see the email till this evening. So let's go for that one there. Has anyone seen the TikToks I've been putting on? I'm terrible, I know. But it's more just pearl noises. I've really, really enjoyed doing them. Right, up next today is Yvonne Hughes. Yvonne, are you here? They're only like 15-second little blips of noises. Yvonne, hello, hello, hello. So Yvonne, you'd like to donate the shells, that's perfect. Excuse me. So you do have your loyalty cards. So we'll add the loyalty cards onto the end if that's okay. So you've got one of the 6 gonks. So if it's okay with you, we'll pick your gonk and go from there. And then, like I say, we'll add your loyalty cards onto the end if that's okay. So which gonk name, which gonk heart would you like, Yvonne? Oh, type in video, Amy. I'm going to write another note. So the gonks we've got are hopeful, lovesick, besotted, devoted, charmed, and smitten. Can you have charmed? Of course you can. That's this one here. So if I bring you straight across and down, in here, you have got a cage pendant. Now this is a new cage pendant. I'm actually not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one. There we go. This is a new cage pendant, so one of the newer ones. I'm not sure if it's available yet on the website, but it may be in the coming soon section. It just gets available to supporters first, and then it goes on the main website afterwards. Now this one comes with one oyster opening and can hold one pearl at a time as well. Now this is actually 3 intertwining hearts. The top 2 are plain silver and the bottom one is encrusted with crystals. Now your pearl will be seen in the centre here, so in the centre of all the hearts entwined together. So I hope you're happy with this one, Yvonne. However, if you would prefer to swap it, you can ask the audience and they will pick a different gonk heart for you. Can you keep him? Of course you can. And then with it being a cage pendant, you can swap and change the pearls around inside there if you've got any loose pearls at home or if you get any in the future. So you'd like to keep that one, and that comes with 1 oyster opening, and then you've got 4 loyalty cards, so that's 5, 1, 2 oysters all together. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? I'm gonna go up because I think you already possibly said donate the shells. You did, see? I knew I read it. So yes, Shelley, it may be available for you guys to see on the website, but it actually goes live to supporters first, and then it goes live for you guys. So as soon as it moves across into the new in section, it will be available for everybody to purchase. So that will be on Wednesday, I believe. It will go available for everybody to purchase. So on Wednesday, if you have a look on the website, you should be able to get it then. I hope that's okay. Or if you did want it sooner, you could become a supporter of the Pearls of Brecon page and then you get access to it. But it's going to be Wednesday now, so it's one of those, if you don't mind waiting. Okay, so let's go down, Yvonne. 5 oysters. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? Oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's no pearls on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, you have got a rose gold, and there's no more in that one. So your first oyster has given you a rose gold, and this does look, sorry, let me try that again. This does look like a natural coloured rose gold. There we go. And then moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see a darker pearl straight away. And there's no more in that one. So with your darker pearl, you've got a darker gunmetal grey. And then your next oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see again a peeper towards the side of the oyster here. And you've got a large chocolate bronze pearl. And there's no more in that one. Now this one looks like it's quite a good size, so I'll be interested to see what size that one is when he comes out. And it's quite a nice lighter chocolate bronze as well. And then moving on to your next oyster. You've got a softer pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And let's have a squidge in here. Ooh, you've got a darker burgundy red. And there's no more in that one. So you have a darker burgundy red. Let's pop him in the sand for you. Well, just get this focused again for you, Yvonne, my lovely. There we go. And then moving on to your last oyster. Quite a nice sharp double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Now this is a black cherry, so this has got that dark, deep tone to him, but you can see that red coming through. Hopefully you can see that through on the camera there. So altogether you've got a rose gold, darker gunmetal grey, chocolate bronze, burgundy red and a black cherry. Excuse me, there we go. Now Yvonne, if you're happy with these colours, that's great. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. It's completely up to you. If I run them through the board, the rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Okay, what do you think, my lovely? Oh, of course you can. So take out the gunmetal grey and the chocolate bronze. I'm just going to put these three on the top row. So then you'd like a darker, where are we? A darker baby blue. Maybe one like that one. And then a dove grey. Have a look at those colours there for me. What do you think to those two? Now I can go lighter or darker with that blue there. swap the dark cherry for a light baby pink. A light baby blue. Oh no, that's more two-tonal. Yeah, that one's... they was going to be finished by now, Sharon. However, because we had the week of technical issues, they are going to be on for another couple of lives. What do you think to those colours there, Yvonne? Sorry, Helen. The review emails are automatically sent from the website. I do apologise if you've got the review email before the dispatched email. You will, however, get the dispatched email very soon, especially if you've had the review email, because it's sort of, yeah, you should do. Of course, Sandy, of course, my lovely. Yvonne, what do you think to these colours here? Again, I could probably go lighter or darker with that blue on the end. I don't know if I could go lighter, possibly just a touch lighter if that's not light enough. Very happy with those. Okay, perfect. Let me just pop them in here then, and then I'll take your swaps away as well. Okie dokie. Yvonne, thank you again for the wait with the loyalty cards there. So I really do appreciate that. And I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And thank you, of course, for the donations with your shells as well. And I've just popped that up there for you. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay, up next then today is Yvette Wayne. Yvette, are you here? So, sorry, as again, like I said, my printer isn't working, so I am just typing out, writing out even the order numbers. Do you see an empty swap pot? Where? Where's the empty swap pot? I want to know where it is. No, I don't think I've got an empty swap pot. Or do you mean empty heart space? Oh, heart space? Nope, that's two there. Oh, no, I dropped one. I'm very confused, Sue. Right, Yvette, hello, my lovely. Now, Yvette, you've requested to see your item. So I've got the bracelet here for you to see. So this is the Forget Me Not charm bracelet. So this one is 7.5 inches long. It is a handmade bracelet. The catch on this one's quite a nice one. So it's got the bell-like catch. This is what you're going to be hooking the lobster fitting on, and it's quite a nice larger sized lobster fitting. It's an oval lobster fitting as well, so it's quite a nice larger hook on there. Oh, I think that was a bit blurred there, I do apologise. Now the bracelet itself is the Forget Me Not bracelet. Oh, look at him, it's one of my favourite ones. This bracelet has been with me from the very start, so almost, oh no, about 6 years now, so it is stunning. So you actually have your pearls on the larger links on this one. Okay, so you can fit pearls on the larger links. You can also fit charms on here with lobster fittings, again on the larger links. Now the links in between are decorative, and they are multiple kisses. I call them kisses because it's links which are kissed together. So let me just undo this again. Oh, I've got my glove caught. There we go. So you have the kisses in between the larger links, and this is, like I said, the Forget Me Not, and it's like the kisses are a knot, if you like. So I hope you're happy with that one, Yvette, my lovely. And for everybody else, I'm very, very happy to show the jewellery that you've chosen on live. I do need to have a little bit of notice, so just add it in the additional comments when you order. If it's obviously, if I'm not live already, and I'm very happy to get the items out to show you. It's not a problem at all. Obviously, if I'm live, you may have to book in for the next live for me to get them ready, but it's not a problem to do so. So Yvette, I'm glad you're happy with that, and that comes with one oyster opening, and then you've also got a 6 gonks. So what we'll do is we'll do your gonk, and then we'll do all the oysters together at the end, and then you can decide what colours you'd like to go where, if that's okay. So let's go across to your gonks, and which one would you like? So you've got hopeful, lovesick, besotted, devoted, charmed, and smitten. I've also just seen your note that you've sent a picture over in a loyalty card. I'm sorry, I haven't seen that yet, so I'm just searching your email address so I can find the email. Aha, I found it. Perfect. So I've just booked the loyalty card in. There we go. And I'm back. So which gonk would you like? Thank you, Dawn. The bracelets, especially the larger bracelets, are all, I personally think that they are lifelong bracelets, if that makes sense. It's the sort of jewellery that you'll have for ever. Yvette, lovesick. Oh, bless you. Thank you for commenting on the comment, because it did bring it forward. That's brilliant. So lovesick is this one here. So if I bring you across, and let's take that off of there. And you've got a piece of paper. Now, we saw this on the last one, and in here it says bag number 2. Now, please ignore my writing. That is a 2. So bag number 2 is this one over here. Now, this is because it didn't fit in the heart. This item of jewellery did not fit in the heart. So you can see they both say bag number 2, even though it is backwards for you guys. So your item of jewellery is this one here, and you have got the petal bangle. So it is a bangle, you see it's flexible to pop on there. It's got a petal on this side. So this one is on the website, and the petal itself is encrusted with crystals. And then on the other side is where your pearl's going to go. So as you wear it, your pearl is facing inwards towards the petal. Now, Yvette, if you're happy with this one, that's brilliant. If you're not happy, you can ask the audience where they will pick you a new gonk heart. What do you think, Yvette? What would you like to do? Thank you, Bronnie. And Hannah, hello. Yep, so the items of jewellery, I do obviously need to make up the jewellery. I drill the pearls, set the pearls onto there. So you should receive it within 14 working days. If you know the order number, you can always pop me an email across with the order number, which is the 5-digit confirmation order number you would get on your confirmation email. And then I can give you an update there. Yvette, ask the audience. Okay, so audience then, after I type the word go, the first person on my screen with the name of the next gonk will be the one that Yvette will be getting. So you guys will be picking which gonk Yvette will have. So, ready? Oh, no, let me get in the comments section. There we go. Ready, steady, go. Okay, which one is Yvette going to have? Dun, dun, dun. And Zanita, you are the first person on my screen, and you have said devoted. So devoted is this one here. Okay, so let's bring you across. Yvette, I hope you're happy with this one. And this is a pendant. Okay, so this one comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl does need to go onto the jewellery. Okay, now this one is absolutely stunning. I don't think that this one's on the website yet for the supporters either, but it will be going on the website soon. If I've got that wrong and it is on there already, that's brilliant. I just can't remember popping it on there, but my memory is not the best. Look at him. So this one has got a smaller heart which is carrying the larger heart at the bottom. Now your pearl gets set in the center of the heart there, the bigger heart, and on the smaller heart you've actually got a blue crystal in the center there. So blue crystal in the centre of the smaller heart, and then your pearl in the centre of the larger heart. If it's not on the website, Cindy, it will be out of stock. If it's on the website, then it is in stock. Now this one also on the smaller heart, it's got the top half which has got clear crystals on, so it gives that little bit of sparkle at the top as well next to the blue crystal. That's stunning. Oh, Yvette, I'm glad you're happy with that one. So with that one, a pearl does definitely need to go on to there. So let me just take it off here. So that means you've got one oyster opening with that, one oyster opening with your bracelet, and then you've got your loyalty card as well. So that's 3 openings altogether. Would you like to keep 1 and 2? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2, and 3. And let's go down. You did, Carol. I was setting jewellery on that one today. Love it, love it, love it. So donate the shells, Yvette. Perfect. Oyster number 1. Quite a nice deep pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Ooh, and straight away, I can see multiple pearls in here. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in your first oyster, Yvette. Okay, so you have got here a bridal white, a bright gold, a bright watermelon, and a 2-tonal mottled gunmetal grey. So white, gold, and watermelon, and then hopefully you can see it's like a mottled gunmetal grey with lighter areas to him. So beautiful, brighter colours from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. Double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you've got a bright sunshine yellow. And there's no more in that one. So there is your sunshine yellow. And then moving on to your last oyster. Slight little pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, ooh, that's a gorgeous brighter apple green. And there's no more in that one. Okay. So Yvette, 3 oysters, 6 pearls, and I'll need to know which one you'd like on the pendant and which one you'd like on the bracelet. If you're not happy with these, we can swap them for you. You've got a bridal white, a gold, a watermelon, a mottled gunmetal grey, sunshine yellow, and a bright apple green. If I run them through the board for you, the bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Sunshine yellow's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. What do you think to those, my lovely? Swap the yellow for a pastel yellow, swap the green for a pastel pink, and swap the mottled grey for a natural white. Okay, so pastel yellow, pastel pink, there it is, oh no, that one's lighter, that one there. And then a white is here. Okay, so just have a look at these shades for me. Let me know if you're happy with those shades there. And then if so, I'll need to know which ones you'd like to go where. Oh, bless you, Kirsty. Facebook does like to hide things, doesn't it? I don't have one yet, Amy. I know I know it's because I didn't bring a drink in with me, and yeah, I just haven't asked for one yet. I really should have a drink though. I haven't actually drank that much today. What? I know. Perfect with those colours, perfect. Can you have the pink on a hoop fitting, on the bracelet, and then the natural white on the dress ending, please? So can you have the pastel pink and the natural white in the dress? Okay, so a couple of things, Yvette. Let me just bring you back up here. Okay, so when you say hoop fitting on the bracelet, your bracelet won't fit as hoop fitting, slide fitting on there. So do you mean the pearl fitted onto the pink onto the bracelet with the jump ring, which is like the small hoop, if you like, but then obviously it can't come off the bracelet. It's not the slide fitting. Just to confirm, if that's the correct one, is that the one you mean? So pastel pink on the bracelet and white on the pendant, that's perfect. Okay, but yeah, just confirm about the bracelet, that you're happy to have that on there. Like I said, it's a non-moving, it's not the hoop fit, what we call hoop fitting, which is the slide fitting. It would be on a jump ring, which is like a small hoop. But it then won't be able to sort of move and come off, if that makes sense. So we are going to have the white on there and pink on there. But yeah, just confirm for me, just so I know I'm doing the right thing. Jump ring. No, don't be sorry. It's not, yeah, it's just the words are all very similar and I've made it that way. So yeah, don't be sorry at all. I just wanted to confirm because obviously I wouldn't want to get it wrong in any way. In the centre of the bracelet, of course, I would pop it in the centre of the bracelet. So that's absolutely fine. I'll make a note anyway. Okay, Yvette, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. I've just popped that safely up there for you. And yeah, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. Wendy, bless you. Thank you for the stars. And Yvette, you're very, very welcome. I hope you're happy. What's my favourite colour pearl? The light olive greens and then the bright autumn peaches. And then possibly like the Smurf or Pepsi blues. But I also like the purples. And the watermelons, the bright watermelons. There's a lot, but the main one is definitely the light olive green. Right, up next then today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? here he is. Hello, Bubba. It's a very small cup of tea today. Oh, the wrong thing to say.
You get a Stitch cup next time.
No, I don't want the Stitch cup. I like in between the Stitch cup and this cup for live. Cindy, hello, hello, hello. Cindy, you have got 2 of the Six Gonks. Let me just top this up for you. And then we'll go across so you can have a look. Bab, don't go. I dropped a heart. Can you pick it up for me, please? Is it still closed?
It is.
Let me. Where at? What side are you? Thank you, Jack. Oh no, it's not.
Mostly.
Look, it's open. It's squiffy.
It's at the bottom.
Yeah, that's because I put tape on the bottom so it doesn't open. Thank you for the tea. I would like another one in around 20 minutes.
Let me know in 20 minutes.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, Cindy. Right, let's go across to the gonks for you. You can let me know which ones you would like. Well, Yvette, it's honestly time of day, what I'm doing, and it all affects the size of the mug that is needed. Smitten and hopeful. So hopeful. Oh, sugar. Well, there's a lovely Mickey Mouse sticker. Oh gosh, right, I'm not going to touch the hearts for a moment. I'm going to bring you back to me while I just fix the camera that I knocked off. Alright, I'm not going to be able to see the comments for a moment because I just need to... Why have I got a Mickey Mouse sticker down there? Oh, dearie me. Oh, now it's all wrong. It's all wrong. That will have to do. Okay, we're done. That will have to do. So, let's go back. Oh, dearie me. Sorry, Cindy. Right, what we smitten and hopeful. So hopeful, what I was going to do was this one here. I'm going to pop it down there because you said that second. And then smitten is this one, so we'll do this one first. So I'll pop that one down there just so it reminds me that that's the one we're definitely going to have. This one, however, is the one we'll open up first. Okay, so... let's have a look in here, Cindy. And you have got a pendant. This pendant comes with a chain. So with this, the Six Gonks, if you get a pendant, it doesn't automatically come with the chain unless it's got a chain whilst it's in the bag and I'm showing it to you. So this one does come with the chain and it comes with 2 oyster openings as well. Okay, so you can see it's 2 intertwined, so interlocked hearts here, one silver, one encrusted with crystals, and a pearl sits in each of the hearts. So it comes with 2 oyster openings and 2 pearls need to go on to the jewellery. What do you think to this one, Cindy? Now, if you're happy with this one, you can stick, or if you prefer to, you can swap it out and ask the audience to pick a different gonk heart for you. What do you think? It is. So this was in Smitten. This one was. So Cindy, can you have an extension for it? Oh, of course you can. So are you happy to keep, I've just looked, it does come with an extension anyway, but what I'll do is I'll measure it, and then I can add an extension onto this one if you like as well. So you can see, hang on, let me just take the chain off that's on the pendant. It comes automatically with one, but I will add an extra one on. I'll measure it first just to double check. So is that, just to confirm, are you sticking with that one there? I'm fine, thank you, Jackie. I hope you're well as well. I can have a quick look. If it's not on the website, it means it is out of stock. Yep, I can't. So the Forget Me Not bracelet is currently out of stock. However, that one is one that I always do get back in again. So it will definitely be back on the website. It's just, yeah, just wait for it to come back in again. Savannah, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very kind of you. And Cindy was sticking with that one. That's perfect. Okay. So moving on to Hopeful, which is this one here. Okay, so if we get this one open as well. And you have here a pair of earrings. Oh, my name, autocorrect never likes my name. Honestly, it doesn't agree with my name. Right, Cindy, let's pop these the other way around actually. You've got a pair of earrings here. So these are stud back earrings. They would come with 2 oyster openings, and they actually go perfectly with the pendant you've just got because they are hearts. They're slightly off-centered hearts. So you've got a larger heart on this side, a smaller heart half on this side. On the smaller heart half, that's really hard to say, you've got crystals embedded down here, and then you've got the plain silver on this side, and that's because you can see these circle sections is where your pearls will be setting. So your pearls are in the larger curve of the heart, and then you've got the crystals on the smaller side there. Now if you're happy with these, Cindy, you can stick again, or if you would prefer, you can ask the audience and go for a different gonk. So 2 oyster openings with this one, and 2 pearls would need to go onto the jewellery. It does match the necklace. What do you think, Cindy? Would you like to stick, or would you like to ask the audience? I'll just say after Cindy, I have got 3 people on the order list. I'll just post it into the comments now, just because these people are not on the order list on the page. So if I just paste, so after Cindy, 3 people on the order list, I've just posted it there, and if anybody would like to order, there's definitely still space available for today. Cindy, you'd like to stick with those, which is perfect. They are yours. So you've got 4 oyster openings altogether. You've got 2 with the pendant, and 2 with the earrings. You've said you'd like to donate your shells. Would there be certain colours that you're hoping for at all? So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I'm just going to have a really quick sip of my tea just to wet my whistle, as they say. Yeah, this is a tiny cup to, like, compared to my hand, to what I normally have, which is why it will disappear almost instantly. He makes such good tea. Right, let's go down Cindy. We had his physio, Jackie. We had his physio on Monday, yesterday, and he's been signed off for the physio, which is brilliant, but we've been referred to the occupational therapy now for the scars. He needs more treatment on his scars because they're too raised, but he's got full movement and he's not in pain or anything. It's just to now treat the scars. So yeah. Right, Cindy, hoping for dove greys. Okay. Oyster number 1. Quite nice sharp pop there. I do, Sue, yes. We're going to have a runaway on this side of this one, I reckon, as we open him up. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it did. It popped out there if I moved that. There we go. There's your runaway. So there's your mother of pearl. And in here, you have got multiple pearls. So there's quinting there. Let me just have a squidge. Perfect. You are quinting, which means you have got 5 pearls in your first oyster, Cindy. Okay, so you have got a TARDIS blue, a icy blue, a slightly two-tonal apple green, a darker gunmetal grey, and a bright autumn peach. Beautiful quinting colours there. And the icy blue's got a darker blue spot on him there, if you can see that. Moving on to oyster number 2. Again, deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Can you see there's almost like a little hole in there? Mother of pearl there, can you see? And then in here, you've got a dark chocolate bronze. And there's no more in that one. It is, Emma, yes. So here is your darker chocolate bronze. And then your next oyster, you've got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, you've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. And this is a dark chocolate, so you can definitely see the difference in a chocolate bronze and then a darker chocolate. So the difference in the colour there. I mean, the size difference is definitely there, but the colour-wise, you see the difference between the two. Yeah, my son spilt lasagna on his hand, and it's back in October. And it was quite a bad burn, but he's definitely recovered brilliantly. Cindy, your last oyster, my lovely. And there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and in here I can see multiple pearls. 1, 2, and 3. And you have triples. So you have got 3 pearls in your oyster there. So again, let me dry these up for you. So here you've got a dark chocolate, a dark grape purple, and a brighter burgundy red. What do you think to all of these, Cindy? There we go. So from the top, you've got a TARDIS blue, an icy blue, an apple green, gunmetal grey, and an autumn peach. A chocolate bronze, and then a dark chocolate, and then you've got a chocolate, a grape purple, and a burgundy red. I will need to know what 2 pearls on the pendant, and then what 2 pearls on the earrings as well. And as you know, if you prefer to, we can swap the colours for you, my lovely. If I run them through the board, the TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. So quite a large quinting pearls from the quinting oyster. Moving on to the chocolate bronze, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Dark chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And then the triple chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. The dark purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then your brighter burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Can you swap the chocolate, the purple, the red, and the gunmetal grey for 4 dove greys? You can indeed. I hope I've grabbed the correct chocolate there. If you prefer me to get the different one, please let me know. Now, dove greys, let me just get 2 sets of the same size, because then we can have 2 the same size in the earrings and 2 the same size in the pendant. Okay, so that one and that one. And then that one and that one. Sorry, it takes me a second. I like to assess all the options. Okay, just confirm. So we've taken out those 4 there. And then I've added in the 2 sets of dove greys at the bottom. Can you confirm, are you happy with those? I'm just going to bring you back up. But again, if you're not happy, I can swap them. I'm working on it, Vanessa. I've been working on it for a very long time, but it is in the process of. It is, Bronny. It really is. It's in the process of. Alright, I've just popped those there, but before I staple these on here, I'm just going to let you confirm or deny, Cindy. Oh, very happy with those. Perfect. You're very, very welcome. Pop them on here as well. Okay, Cindy, that's safe up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. There we go. Okay. I think I should, Bronny, yeah. Up next today is Lisa Johnson. Lisa, are you here? Can you have the rest on hoop fittings? Of course you can, Cindy. I'll write that down for you. Now, the invoice for the hoop fittings will come across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form, okay? I've got that down for you, Cindy. Perfect. Lisa, hello, hello, hello. Let me mark off that you are here. Okay, so Lisa, you have got 2 oyster openings altogether. So let's dive in for your oysters. So 1 and 2. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? So I'm just going to have a quick sip of my tea. Okay, perfect. Donate the shells. Not sure on the colours. Okay, so Lisa, oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. Ooh. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. And in here, I can see a darker pearl at the top there. So I'm just going to pop him out. There's no more in that one. So your first oyster has given you a darker chocolate. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Again, quite a nice lighter pop there. Oh, and you've got a runaway pearl, because it was sitting on this side, but it rolled out, so there's no pearls there. So a runaway, but again, I can see a couple of peepers here. And you have got, there's no more, that's just the oyster tail in there. You have got triples, and these are very similar triple colours to the last one that we just saw. So let me pop it in here. You've got a chocolate, a dark purple, and a brighter burgundy red. So again, very similar colours to what we had. Look at those. So you've got one single chocolate at the top, and then you've got a triple chocolate, dark purple and burgundy red. Now, if you're happy with these, Lisa, that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, you can swap them for you. So it's going to be completely up to you. Just let me know what you think and what you would like to do. Chocolate Pearl number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And then the chocolate with the triple oyster is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the burgundy red's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. What do you think? Oh, this red might be slightly too tonal. Oh, it is. Sorry, I didn't realise. Can you see? It just goes brighter here and then just slightly darker. Just slightly brighter, darker, brighter, darker. Sorry, I didn't realise just until I just looked at it in the sand. It is like an ombre. What do you think, Lisa? Change the top chocolate for a brighter chocolate bronze, and could you see a yellow? Of course you can. So brighter chocolate bronze. I mean, we've got the one in the sand in the swap pot from earlier, if that one's okay. And I've got the sunshine yellow from earlier I can bring back. What do you think to those two? And then if you want to keep the yellow, which other pearl would you like to swap out? Now, I've just seen that chocolate's pretty similar to the chocolate you've already got. So let me just have a look to see if I've got a different chocolate bronze I can show you. Oh, I have. Let me take that one away. I've just hit that camera twice because the swap pot's in the wrong. Now that one is bright. There we go. Have a look at this one instead. What do you think to those, my lovely? Just going to refresh my comments just to make sure that I don't miss anything. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it focused again. There we go. Can you have the yellow and keep the triples? Of course you can. Okie dokie, let me bring you back up again. And if I pop these safely in here for you. Thank you, but I can't touch it and I'm about to need that piece of paper. Just grab it for a second, thank you. Lisa, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Can you open that for me? Are you alright?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you jigging?
I'm not.
It looks like you're jigging.
You're jigging.
Now I might need a quick break. It's made me think of jigging.
Oh, 'cause that one sip.
That one sip. No, I'm alright. That was my first tea. Thank you, Bab. Lisa, you're very, very welcome. Sorry, Aaron just brought in some medication that I needed to take quickly. Okay. Up next then today is Linda Southam. Linda, are you here? I don't know why I just refreshed that. That's annoying. There we go. You're very, very welcome, Lisa. And Linda, you're here. Hello, 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 hello. Linda, you have got one of our 6 gonks. So let's go across to the gonks. Which one would you like, my lovely? So you have got to pick from hopeful, lovesick, besotted, devoted, charmed, and smitten. Can you have lovesick? Of course you can. So that's this one here. Let's bring you straight across. And in here, you have got, you've got a pendant. Now this pendant can have a pearl on or off of the jewellery. So it's up to you if you choose to have the pearl on or off here. This one, let me hold him up for you, has got 2 hearts. Now the top heart, okay, so the top heart is smaller and he's carrying the larger heart. Now with the top heart, this side is encrusted with crystals, this side is plain silver. And then with the larger heart, the top half is encrusted with the crystals, the bottom half is the plain silver. So it's sort of a half and half with the crystals detailing the hearts there. Now with this one, you can have, like I say, you can have the pearl on or off, and if you choose to have the pearl on the jewellery, it hangs from the bottom here. Now it's going it also comes with 1 oyster opening. Sorry, I don't know if I said that or not. Now Linda, it's going to be your choice. You can either stick with this one, or you can ask the audience, where the audience will then pick you a new gonk heart to have. What do you think? So would you like to stick and keep him, or would you like to ask the audience and go for a different gonk? It feels weird the amount of times I say gonk out loud. It's one of those words that almost lose its meaning. Do you know what I mean? When you say pajama too many times, it just sounds strange. Oh, I've seen that you said you love it. Does that mean you'd like to stick and keep him? Just going to bring you back up. I think that means that you'd like to keep him, but just confirm for me. Just taking him off here. Popping him in there. And if so, keep it. Perfect, Linda. Thank you for confirming. So that comes with one oyster opening then. So would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Is there a certain pearl colour you're hoping for? And are you thinking pearl on or pearl off the jewellery? Let's go down. So your mystery oyster. You've got a softer pop there. Oh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. Donate the shells. Thank you very much. Oh, and a runaway pearl. You've got a sea green runaway pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Let me show you this sea green, Linda. What do you think to this one? So again, I'll need to know if you're happy. If you're not happy, you can swap the pearl. And then I'll need to know if you'd like to have your pearl on or off of your jewellery. If I run him through the board for you, your sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Keep and on the jewellery. Love it. I'm glad you're happy with him, Linda. Oh, and he's safe in there. So a gonk is one of these gnome-like people, if you like, gnome-like people. And I honestly don't know where the name gonk came from. I don't have a clue. Hanging from the bottom. Okay. Linda, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. You're very welcome. All I understand from gonks, now I may be wrong, is unlike a gnome, a gonk's eyes are covered up by the hat. They've got a larger nose normally, and a big beard. But that's only from what I've seen. I may be completely wrong. You may find gonks with no beards and smaller noses. But yeah, from what I know, the hat's covered the eyes up, a bigger nose, and then a beard. Or hair of some sort. Because I suppose I have seen girl gonks, but again, their hair comes round the front. If that makes sense. But again, I could be wrong. It's just from what I've gathered. Oh, bless you, Savannah. Oh. Oh dear. Right, up next today is Wendy Evans. Let me just top these up. But Wendy Evans, are you here? There we go. Dale, I hope you have an amazing time. That's brilliant. Wendy, hello, hello, hello. Wendy, you have got a gonk heart to choose from. So I've just taken you back across to the screen. So which one would you like? Your choices are hopeful, lovesick, besotted, devoted, charmed, and smitten. Can you have charmed and donate the shells? Of course you can. So charmed is this one here. Let's bring you straight back across. So in your charmed one. Oh, now I can already see the item through the hearts here. So your item is a pendant, and this one is sorry, it's not on the website anymore, but it used to be on the website. Now this one comes with 1 oyster, and again you can have the pearl on or off of the jewellery with this one. And this one is called the Flowered Love Pendant. Okay, so like I said, this one used to be on the website, but it's not anymore. So it is a heart, and then around the outside you've got decorative silver, and then you've got dark crystals outlining this. You've then got flowers in the center of the heart, and again in the center of each flower is a darker crystal. So again, this was called the Flowered Love Pendant. Okay, so if you choose to have your pearl on this one, it does sit at the top and it can move around, or you can choose to have the pendant as it is and the pearl loose. Now it comes with 1 oyster opening. Let the ladies pick a new one, of course. Okay, so after I type the word go, the person seen first on my screen will pick Wendy's gonk. Okay, so let's go across. Ready, steady, go. And the first person I can see is Bronnie Van Leer. Bronnie, you have said devoted. Devoted is this one here. So Bronnie, you have chosen Wendy's heart. So Wendy, I hope you're happy. So in here. Okay, so you have got a pendant as well. So a pendant again, I should say. This one comes with 1 oyster opening. And this one is on the website now, actually. It is on the website now. I believe it's called the Encircled Love Pendant. Now, that is because it is an encircled ball of love. You've got lots of love hearts, all different shapes, sizes, different directions, all encircled together. Now, the pearl on this one sits at the top and then sits and drops just in the centre of this pendant. It can move side to side, but it's always going to sort of come back to sit in central on this one. I hope you're happy with this one, Wendy, my lovely. Now, like I say, it comes with 1 oyster opening, so we'll grab that for you. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So, mystery oyster. And let's go down. So in here, donate the shells. Perfect. Thank you, my lovely. You've got a softer pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh there, but again, we can see there's no pearls on that side. And I can see a slight peeper through the flesh there. And you've got a slightly two-tonal large apple green pearl. Now, let me just dry this up for you so I can show you. Now, it's a two-tonal apple green, and he's got darker green spots to him. So you can see it's lighter and darker apple green, but then he's got dark green spots on him as well. Now, Wendy, what do you think to this one? If you're happy with this one, again, that's perfect. I can pop him on the jewellery for you. If you're not happy, I can swap the colour, so it's completely up to you. If I run him through the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And you'd like to keep that one, that's perfect. If I pop him in here for you. Okay, Wendy, I hope you're happy with everything there then. That's safe up there for you. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. Okie dokie. And up next today is Emma Kiddle. Emma, are you here? Good night, Linda. Thank you for joining us today. Wendy, you're very, very welcome. Emma, hello. Okay, so you have got a 6 gonk as well. So let's go across to the gonks for you. And you'd like to donate your shells, perfect. And you'd like to have Hopeful. Okay, so Hopeful is the one right on the end there. So that's this one here. Let's bring you across and open him up. Where's my... I didn't get my knife out. Oh, I might have to go and get my... Oh no, I've got it. Normally I have my scalpel knife to open them up. There we go. Okay, so inside your heart, you have got a pendant. Now this pendant comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl does definitely need to go onto the jewellery. So I was just seeing how it hangs then. It's got multiple places for the chain to be threaded through the pendant. However, the place that it's meant to be is through the larger section of the heart, because then the heart hangs slightly off centre here, so then the pearl hangs central to the crystal that's at the top. So if we go through this pendant is already on the website. So overall it is a heart. Then you've got these 3 dots of design on the inside curve of the heart down here. You've got a large crystal at the top, and then you've got your pearl, which will be dangling and can move at the bottom, which is directly under the crystal, and the 3 dots there. Oh, let me just get that. There we go. So, what do you think to this one, Emma? Again, if you're happy with this one, he is yours, and we'll do your oyster opening. If you're not happy, you can ask the audience and you can go for a different gonk. keep that one, Emma. That's perfect. So, oh, let me bring you back up again. So he is yours, and that, like I said, comes with one oyster opening. You've said you'd like to donate your shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let's go down. Mystery oyster. Quite a nice sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, we've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so he is a darker chocolate pearl here, Emma, my lovely. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. Now, oh, sorry, let's get this focused for you. So he's quite a dark chocolate, almost got a silvery tone to him, but I'm going to say he's definitely a base chocolate colour. Now, if you're happy with this one, we can pop him on the jewellery for you, or if you prefer to swap him, we can do that as well. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, oh, sorry, not a 6.5, he is a 7. What do you think to this one? Swap for a sea green. That's not going to be a problem, but I will have to do the swap off the live. Let me just bring you back up, just because I don't have the sea greens next to me, because I was sorting out all of my swaps, and I was actually getting a little pile of the sea greens together because I've run out of them next to me. So I know that I can swap it for a sea green. I just can't do it on the live because I didn't bring them next to me. So if that's okay with you, that you'll definitely have one, it just means that I'll swap it in the morning once I start processing the orders through. Would that be okay? Yeah, that's fine, perfect. Like I said, it's definitely not a wait. It's just I didn't bring them next to me once I was sorting them from earlier. Emma, I hope you're happy with that then. Thank you for the donations of your shells, and that's safe up there for you. I believe that may be the end of the order list for today. I'm just refreshing this here. That is the end of the order list today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Emma, you're very welcome. We're going to be live again on Friday evening, so if you'd like to join us or book in for Friday, you can do so on our website. Again, thank you all for joining us tonight, and I hope you all have a brilliant week, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.